Alrighty, how we doing, people? In the background is a 6v6 TDM. It's Modern Warfare 3, and it's me, and I go 54... No, I'm only kidding. This is a bit of a gameplay with a difference. Whereas normally in the past, you know, everybody seems to upload these gameplays where it's rich in value with kills and low deaths and all these amazing kill streaks. I don't mind uploading every now and then something that kind of really encompasses how bad players are. And if it means it shows that I'm playing on a team that completely fail and lose, so be it. And this is one of those games, and I personally believe, this is my own opinion, this is probably the worst team in the world. In the entire world. I don't think I've ever seen a video on YouTube. I certainly don't believe that I've ever played with a team as bad as this. These guys absolutely 110% cut the cake. Now, I want to kind of understand during this gameplay why this team are as bad as they are. And I've got a bit of a theory. But the one thing I will point out, well, two things I want to point out. Number one, I'm using Assassin. Now, on my last Modern Warfare 3 video, one of my subs threw a dislike on the video because I was using Assassin. And the reason for that is pretty damn simple. If I'm a camper and I use Assassin, I would perfectly respect anybody throwing a dislike on my videos. I totally get it. But the fact of the matter is, I move about so much on the game, during the gameplays, I never keep still. I get twitchy feet and I have to keep going. And I have to have Assassin. I've now discovered that Assassin is an absolute must. And this is going to kind of... The collaboration I'm going to use with the reason why I use Assassin and the reason why the team is so bad may fall into one category. UAVs are spammed to high heaven. Everybody throws UAVs up in the air. Now, normally what I like to do is, when I first started playing Modern Warfare 3, I would always carry a Stinger or a Javelin, and I would try and get them bad boys out of the sky. But it didn't take me long to kind of understand that the way the maps are laid out and the way that everything in the map, the whole clutter system and the way the buildings are, it just means that you literally cannot see half of these UAVs that are floating about. And I always used to take Stingers everywhere, but I just can't do it now, and it's a shame because it adds towards your point streak. But 9 times out of 10, particularly on a map like Village, take Village for instance, massive wide open map, very open spaces, you would think anybody calling a UAV, you would just look up and take the thing out. It's almost near impossible because there's so many trees, there's so many hills, there's so many mountains. The UAVs all seem to scan around the sky and hide behind a lot of these things. Now what you got to think about is, because I would have that Stinger and I'd be looking up to the sky trying to knock the UAVs out, you're looking around and you can see it behind the building, and is that it behind that tree, and you're trying to focus on it and you just lock on and then it disappears, so you have to move into another position. All that time you are completely wide open. You are open to everything and every element and everybody around you, and you generally get shot down. So it just seems far more easier to say, do you know what, I'm going to throw on a bit of Assassin and that will just save the day. It doesn't mean I'm going to lie down and hide in the corner amongst some grass and start picking people off. It means that when I'm rushing around I can feel safe, because the other problem with it is I use assault rifles. With an assault rifle, Quick Draw Pro doesn't really work that well. With a submachine gun it's perfect. With a sniper rifle, I don't need to say any more. But with an assault rifle, Quick Draw Pro is very, very slow to ADS. So if you're walking around like a sitting duck and everybody knows where you are, you've got to have that extra reaction time. And sometimes, especially when the connection's a little bit bad, it kind of picks you off. It really takes you by surprise. So it's just easier to throw an Assassin. Simple as that. The Mark of J taught me that. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. Now, going on to the reason why the players I think are so bad, because it just seems to me that so many Modern Warfare 3 players now and Modern Warfare 2 and people who jump in free-for-alls, they seem almost clueless of how to play the game. I think Black Ops 2 is responsible for a hell of a lot of this. And the reason is because Black Ops 2 is a rapidly fast-paced game. Everybody's running about, everybody's moving fast, there's lightweight, there's extreme conditioning, the gameplay literally never stops. There's always action. Wherever you spawn, you're straight into the action. Modern Warfare 3 isn't like that, and neither is Modern Warfare 2. It's more slower paced, you have to think a little bit more, and you have to use your caution and all of your senses around you. And I think that what a lot of people do is they jump into Modern Warfare 3 thinking they can play that kind of game, and unfortunately they just fall short of what their expectations are. Because but the one thing I want to know is, why do they go on my team? That's the thing I don't understand. Why do I get them? And especially on this map as well. This funny enough was the last map. When the last time I did this, I got the Moab and it was on this map, and we lost a game of TDM, and I think this map is trolling me. So yeah, I think that's the problem. But also going back to the UAVs, I think that's the thing as well. You know, a lot of people use the... I can't think if the UAVs were in the support streak package type thing. I think they were a support streak. I know counter UAV was, but I think support streaks had a UAV in as well. So there's sometimes you look up and there's 2 or 3 UAVs in the sky and 2 or 3 counter UAVs at the same time. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. If I had a Stinger, I'd have a whale of a time taking them things down and just getting multitudes of points. But unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way. So, yeah, I think that's the problem. For me, it's Black Ops 2 has kind of made people be led into a false sense of security, and they've come on here thinking they're going to do wonders, and they don't. And they ruin my bloody day. So stop it! But yeah, as you can see, guys, we got absolutely spanked, and it's a bit of a shame. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that gameplay, even though I lost, and I will see you again. Much love. Apocalypse done.